Is NASA hiding evidence of life on Mars? Recent discoveries have left scientists convinced that life may already exist on the red planet. But the question remains, why are we not hearing about it? In this video, we'll dive deep into the theories, discoveries, and possible reasons NASA might be keeping this secret. Stay tuned. Mars, the fourth planet from the Sun, has captivated the imagination of scientists, researchers, and everyday people for centuries. Its dry, desolate landscape hides many secrets, and for decades, the possibility of life on Mars has been a subject of intense speculation. But recently, there have been some incredible scientific findings that suggest we might not be alone in the universe, and that microbial life could very well be thriving beneath the Martian surface. But here's the real kicker. Some believe NASA has been hiding the truth about these discoveries. Could it be that we're already closer to confirming life on Mars than NASA wants us to believe? In this video, we'll explore the science behind the search for life, the key discoveries that hint at Mars's potential to support life, and the conspiracy theories suggesting NASA might be withholding crucial information. The search for life on Mars. Before we dive into the potential cover-ups, let's first understand why Mars has always been such a prime candidate for extraterrestrial life. Mars and Earth share many similarities. They both have polar ice caps, seasons, and evidence that they once had liquid water on their surfaces. For years, missions to Mars have focused on one major question. Could Mars support life? It all started with the Viking missions in the 1970s. NASA's Viking landers conducted experiments aimed at detecting life on the Martian surface, and the results were complicated. But NASA concluded that the results were inconclusive. However, some scientists have argued ever since that those findings were dismissed too quickly. Fast forward to today, and the search for life has gotten much more sophisticated. With rovers like Curiosity and Perseverance equipped with advanced instruments, we are now able to study Mars' geology, atmosphere, and soil in greater detail than ever before. These missions have found tantalizing evidence that suggests Mars may have once been home to rivers, lakes, and possibly even oceans billions of years ago. If Mars had liquid water, then it could have supported life as we know it. Methane on Mars. A game-changing discovery. One of the most exciting findings in recent years has been the detection of methane in the Martian atmosphere. Methane is a gas that, on Earth, is produced primarily by living organisms. The presence of methane on Mars has led to heated debates within the scientific community. Is this methane being produced by microbial life beneath the surface, or is it the result of geological processes? In 2004, scientists first detected methane plumes in the Martian atmosphere. These plumes were found to be highly localized and seasonal, which is very unusual. On Earth, methane is often released by biological processes, such as the digestion of organic material by bacteria. Could this mean there's microbial life living underground on Mars, producing methane? NASA's Curiosity rover detected more methane in 2014, and further measurements showed that the methane levels rise and fall with the seasons. This cyclical pattern is another potential hint that life, however simple, could be at work. But here's where things get mysterious. Despite these groundbreaking discoveries, NASA has been surprisingly quiet about the methane findings, raising questions about why the space agency isn't more excited about this potential evidence of life. Water on Mars, the key ingredient for life. Water is essential for life as we know it, and Mars has a long history with water. Scientists believe that billions of years ago, Mars was a much warmer and wetter planet, with vast lakes, rivers, and possibly even oceans. In 2018, a groundbreaking discovery was made when radar data from the Mars Express orbiter indicated that there may be a large reservoir of liquid water beneath the southern polar ice cap. If this water is still there, it opens up the possibility that microbial life could be surviving in these subsurface environments, much like extremophiles here on Earth, that thrive in extreme conditions, such as deep-sea hydrothermal vents or frozen Antarctic lakes. Could there be life in the hidden waters of Mars? Yet again, despite these thrilling discoveries, NASA has remained cautious. While they acknowledge the presence of water, they seem reluctant to push the narrative of life on Mars. Some believe this hesitation is intentional, designed to manage public expectations or possibly even to avoid stirring up political and religious controversies. NASA's reluctance. Why the silence? Now let's dive into the big question. Why isn't NASA being more forthcoming about the possibility of life on Mars? The space agency has always maintained a conservative approach, stating that we need more evidence before we can claim there's life on Mars. However, some theorists believe there may be other reasons behind NASA's reticence. 1. Funding and control. Some suggest that NASA is downplaying the possibility of life on Mars to maintain control over space exploration funding. If life were discovered, it would trigger a space race unlike any we've ever seen. Governments and private companies around the world would pour massive amounts of money into space missions, potentially overshadowing NASA's own efforts. 2. Public reaction. Others believe NASA is trying to manage how the public would react to such a discovery. Finding life on another planet would be one of the biggest discoveries in human history, and it could raise ethical, philosophical, and religious questions. By releasing information slowly, NASA might be trying to prepare the public for the eventual revelation. 3. International politics. Another theory suggests that NASA could be keeping quiet to avoid upsetting international relations. The discovery of life on Mars could spark debates over who has the right to explore or even colonize the planet. By keeping the findings low-key, NASA may be avoiding geopolitical conflicts. The conspiracy theories. Now let's get into some of the more outlandish theories about why NASA might be hiding evidence of life on Mars. Some conspiracy theorists believe that NASA has already discovered life on Mars, perhaps even more advanced forms of life, but is covering it up for reasons that range from maintaining control over space exploration to hiding alien technology. There are claims that NASA has found ancient Martian ruins or artifacts, but has kept these discoveries secret to avoid panic. Others suggest that Mars is already home to secret human colonies or military installations, and the discovery of life would blow the cover on these secret operations. While these theories are far from proven, they reflect a growing distrust in government agencies and the belief that the public is not being told the whole truth about what's happening in space. What comes next? As new missions to Mars are planned and executed, including the eventual human landing on the Red Planet, the search for life will continue to be a top priority. NASA's Perseverance rover, currently exploring the Jezero crater, is specifically looking for signs of ancient life. Its goal is to collect samples that will be returned to Earth for further study. These samples could finally provide the evidence needed to prove once and for all whether life ever existed, or still exists, on Mars. But the big question remains: if NASA finds life on Mars, will they tell us? Or will they continue to hold back, managing the release of information as they see fit? Conclusion. The search for life on Mars has captivated humanity for generations, and recent discoveries suggest we may be closer than ever to answering one of the biggest questions in science. Are we alone in the universe? With methane plumes, water reservoirs, and unexplained phenomena, there are plenty of reasons to believe that life might exist on Mars. But whether or not NASA is revealing everything they know remains a topic of debate. Could there be more happening behind the scenes than we're being told? As future missions uncover more secrets of the Red Planet, the truth may finally come to light. Until then, we can only speculate and continue to follow the incredible journey of exploring Mars. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: the quest for life beyond Earth is far from over, and Mars remains one of the most promising places to search. So, stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep asking the big questions, because the answers might be closer than we think.